Okay, so this was the it was asked on the forum, and so I went ahead and made a video of it. And this is my MT4 G3. As you can see, for this video I ran it with this Ascrawler's chassis brace. And I also have Digitum's shock towers on here, front and rear. Also have the, probably won't be able to see it very well. Put this out of the way. Right here it's the shock tower to diff brace. So that takes care of the shock, if the shock tower gets shoved this way, it doesn't break the diff case. So it has that. So it's got the brace, the shock towers, and the shock tower brace. Both cars are running batteries that are pretty equivalent to each other. The MT4 has SPC lipos in them. They are 6,000 mAh at a 30C discharge. So that's what I was running in the MT4. A little better battery in the, I think, in the REDCAT here was, I'm running the, let me pull one out real quick. Pro Match, these are the Pro Match. So, okay, Pro Match 6500. These are like a 70, supposedly a 70C constant, is what I'm assuming, with a 140C burst rate. So, but they're the same price as these SPC lipos. These are pretty good lipos. Both lipos, though, are just extremely nice. They really push these vehicles well. So no complaints about the SPCs, and definitely no complaints about the Pro Matches, which I've been running. I got 4 sets of these identical batteries. Okay, so both vehicles are running the same. The tires are off of this right now because I was running these tires on it. I had to take it off to put it on the MT4. The reason why I'm not running the stock TERREMOTO tires is because I had them on another vehicle, and the vehicle landed like that, and it blew the whole center area out of one of the tires, so I just haven't had a chance to replace it. Alright, so this is the TERREMOTO. As you can see, I've got rid of the big box thing here. I put in a Traxxas waterproof box up here, and I'm just letting this hang out in the open. And the stock radio that came with it was glitching really bad, so I switched over to a FS GT3B, which is what was pushing that. Other than that, it's a stock motor. As far as the MT4 goes, it's got the castle system in it, so I pulled the stock system out a long time ago. I'll put this down over here for a second. As far as what happened on the MT4 was I thought it was a pinion gear, but it was just the motor that slipped on the motor mount, so it wasn't quite catching. It was just barely catching the spur and then slipping here and there. The motor was rocking off the spur, so that was just this thing has literally been sitting for almost, I want to say, a year. And I had a problem with the rear diff, and I took it apart and took the whole truck apart and went through it all. But it's got all original arms on there. Everything is original except for the shock towers. Even the servos, the original servos, the stock servo's still in this thing. So everything's original except for shock towers and the motor and ESC. So yeah. Oh, and the body posts and body post holders are Emax RPMs, and body post holders are Ascrawlers. Now the TERREMOTO, it popped a dog bone. It popped a dog bone more than once. This left rear popped out twice on me. I couldn't figure out why, and then so what I originally had was the shocks on the innermost position, so I put them out to almost the most outermost point to get the arms to lay out more and push the dog bone up into the cup. For some reason it was popping out. I don't know why. These are the improved dog bones. They're a little bit shorter. I think, I forget what it is, 1.5 millimeters shorter. But just this one was popping out. None of the other ones are popping out. So I don't know, just something weird. But anyways, in the video it took a pretty hard front left wheel crunch, crunching impact, not a crunch, but you know, a downward impact like that. My MT4 has seen, I want to say, just hundreds of those types of impacts. I mean, just time and time and time again in this backyard, same backyard that I'm at. So the MT4 has seen those impacts over and over again. I usually don't even worry about it when I see it happen. I'm so confident in it. This, I knew something happened right away because I heard the crunch. As soon as it hit and it said crunch, I knew something was up. So I walked over there, and as you can see, the front shock completely blew off. And the dog bone is twisted into a rainbow. This is a brand new dog bone. This is the brand new ones that they have improved, and also the new axle ends that accept the set screw to crank down onto the cross pin there, hold your hexes on. So this is brand new. First time running it today. So it's kind of a disappointment. I don't know what's going on. What's causing these things to bend so easy? It was the same thing on the longer runs, on the longer ones. It's the same thing with this. Maybe I need to run the shocks all the way out to the ends here. I don't know. I don't know what the answer is. So this is the damage. When I popped this one out earlier, I think I got it on video. When I popped out, it also slightly bent up towards the front here where it goes inside there. It was just slightly bent. I straightened it out. But this is kind of a harsh Betty. I mean, you have to go through this. Imagine going out running your truck for 5 minutes and take it off a jump, boom, that happens, or have a cartwheel happen. So what I want to say is today on the forums, and I've been asked before. I've gotten plenty of private messages. Hey, which one to get, the MT4 or the REDCAT TERREMOTO? I always say the MT4. You know, it's more expensive, but it really depends on what you have to spend and what you're going to do with it. I think the TERREMOTO for a light to medium basher is a good truck. If you aren't putting that thing more than 5-6 feet up in the air, you'll be fine with it. You know, call it more of a ground pounder. But to compare it to the MT4, to say, oh well, it's only a, you know, $370 truck, because that's what you can get them for, $379 on eBay. Versus this, which when I first got it, they were $460 to $470, and now they're up to almost 600 bucks. This is a $600 vehicle. That's all there is to it. It's worth that. I hate that they jacked the price up that high, but this thing, I mean, you just can't touch this. You can just not touch this. We're both running 4-cylinder on both systems. The only advantage is this thing has the capsule system. I've ran 2000 kV motor in this thing, and the power difference between a 2000 kV and this 2250 is minimal on a 4-cylinder. So this offers a little more torque, though, I believe. It's just the capsule system's really nice. But yeah, if you want to do lightweight bashing and you want something that does something straight out of the box that it says it does, this is a good truck. It's got a few small little things, but so does this thing. A few small issues. But if you don't bash it hard, like I was pushing this one hard today, and I was getting some pretty good jumps, and it broke. and that's what's going to happen with this. This thing, you can push it hard and you can push it harder, and you can push it even harder. I mean, I was only running 4-cylinder, and if I wanted to, I could put a 5-cylinder or 6-cylinder on it, and it'll do it all day long. This thing has nothing but confidence with this thing, and I can't run this thing with confidence. But for the price, and as long as you're not pushing hard, this is a good truck. That's my opinion on it.